Dan wasn't even planning to go out that night, until he saw her, in the middle of all that noise. It felt like the whole room disappeared. He awkwardly introduced himself, and she smiled. Her name was Heather. They talked, they laughed, and they danced, lost in their own little world. As the night wound down, she gave him her number, telling him to text her tomorrow. No excuses. He promised he would. It was the perfect night, the kind you only read about in stories. But life has a funny way of throwing a wrench in the works. Walking home, giddy with excitement, Dan tripped. His phone flew from his hand, crashing onto the pavement with a sickening crack. The screen shattered and the phone went dead. And just like that, Heather was gone, vanished. He had no last name, no address, just a first name and a memory that was already starting to feel like a dream. Days turned into a week. Heather kept checking her phone, a little knot of disappointment tightening in her stomach with every passing hour. She couldn't understand it. The connection felt so real. She thought maybe she'd imagined it all. Meanwhile, Dan walked through the city like a ghost, his eyes scanning every crowd, hoping for a miracle. He'd look at his broken phone, the symbol of his lost chance, and wonder what could have been. They were two strangers in a massive city, connected by a single fragile thread that had snapped. His friend tried to talk some sense into him. Bro, it was just one night at a party. There are other girls, but Dan just shook his head. He knew it wasn't just a party, it was something more. He felt it in his bones. Trying to distract himself, to do something good, he decided to volunteer at a local soup kitchen. He figured helping others might help him forget his own problem for a little while. As he tied on his apron and looked up, he saw a familiar face across the room, handing a tray to someone. His heart stopped. It was her, Heather. She looked up at the exact same moment, her eyes widening in disbelief. Dan, she whispered, her voice barely audible over the noise of the kitchen. He couldn't move, couldn't speak. He just stared, completely frozen. Heather? He finally managed to say. They rushed towards each other, 100 questions hanging in the air. I broke my phone, he blurted out. I lost your number. I swear I tried to find you. She started laughing, tears welling up in her eyes. I thought you ghosted me. They didn't reunite by accident. They reunited because fate knew love always finds its way back. And for them, it did. They started volunteering together, then walking home together, and soon they were inseparable. That one night wasn't the end of their story. It was just the chaotic, beautiful beginning. A year later, they got married, proving that sometimes, even when you lose a number, you can still find your person. Thanks for watching. If you love this story, make sure to like and subscribe for more.